Chair, Nobel Laureate Festival Committee, in-studio audience, virtual participants, and virtual audience. The Nobel Laureate Festival Committee is pleased to welcome our small in-studio audience, our Zoom participants, and individuals who are viewing via Facebook and other internet platforms to the 2021 press launch of the festival's activities. COVID-19 has curtailed our usual exuberant launch, but I am certain after you have heard the exciting activities which have been planned, you shall make every effort to be part of this historic festival, with its internet platforms playing such a vital role. We shall have presentations in studio, but also via the internet. Ms. Delia Dolo, who is the Nobel Laureate coordinator, is remote. Ms. Drania Frederick is also going to do a virtual presentation. Ms. Jermaine Joseph of the National Trust will do a virtual presentation, and then we shall close off. Since 1999, when we hosted our first Nobel Laureate Week then with Dame Paulette Lucia as chair, she has continued undeterred to ensure that the observance continues. She has brought dignity, grace, and of course, excellence to the celebration of what is now a festival. It is my honor and privilege to present Dame Paulette Lucia to give the opening remarks.
Thank you, Margot, and welcome to committee members and the virtual audience. Our theme this year, Celebrating Excellence, Challenge, Uncertainty, Opportunity. From its inception in January 1993, our observance of Nobel Laureate Day on January 23rd, then Nobel Laureate Week, and currently Nobel Laureate Festival, has had as its inspiration, its raison d'etre, the celebration of the lives and achievements of our two Nobel laureates, whose diligent pursuit of excellence won them international acclaim and took them to the very zenith of their respective spheres of endeavor in development economics in 1979 and 13 years later in literature in 1992. However, during these past 42 years, I have often wondered whether the enormity and rarity of this double achievement have really sunk into our individual and collective consciousness, and what really lies beneath the generally lukewarm response that we have so far given to this achievement. Is it that we were not taught or even encouraged to celebrate ourselves? Or do we think that being awarded a Nobel Prize is a not unusual occurrence in a small island developing state and therefore no big thing? I invite you to find out how many small island developing states do we know that have had two of its nationals awarded this accolade within a space of 13 years. And does it really matter that both Sir Arthur and Sir Derek did not live all their lives within our borders, but sought opportunity away from home. And how unusual is that if you come from a resource-poor country like ours? And does it not say a lot about their love of country that Sir Derek could have written these immortal words? Moi c'est Jean Saint-Lucie, c'est là moi sorti, is there I born? But we have matured as a people, and we should therefore shake off the shackles that seem to weigh us down when it comes to celebrating our achievements and ourselves. Sir Derek writes, I come from a place that loves grandeur, that loves large gestures. So celebrating our two Nobel laureates is a good way to demonstrate that we are confident that we have what it takes to lead the world in our chosen spheres of endeavor. The Caribbean has recognized that the Nobel Prize does not make provisions for the many ways in which we can and have excelled. And so the Ansa McCall Foundation out of Trinidad and Tobago has instituted the Anthony N. Sabga Caribbean Awards for Excellence to recognize and help us celebrate Caribbean people who have excelled in their fields of endeavor. And would you know it, St. Lucia obviously believes in the power of two. We are therefore proud to celebrate as well during this Nobel Laureate Festival our two Caribbean laureates in arts and letters. Dr. Adrian Auger, who will be presenting the Sir Derek Walcott Memorial Lecture this year, and Jalim Yudovic, the sculptor, both of whom have established themselves as pioneers in their fields. Celebrating excellence, challenge, uncertainty, opportunity. Our sub-theme this year, as you can well appreciate, has been inspired by the challenge that we have had to confront during the past year as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The sub-theme aptly describes the environment in which this year's festival is being observed. However, more significantly, it embodies the very elements which drive the creative process that ends in excellence. You know, a challenge confronts the one who seeks to expand the boundaries of his field of endeavor. Then there is a certain measure of uncertainty as he presses on. But the opportunity to make a contribution, whether big or small, cannot be missed. And this is the driving force behind the pursuit and achievement of excellence. And both of our Nobel laureates would have been all too familiar with that process. The reward of this journey is what we celebrate in this annual festival. It is the encouragement we really want to offer all those on that journey. We want you to confront the challenge, circumvent the uncertainty, and by all means, seize the opportunity. Over the past 10 months at least, we have learned to live in a virtual world. So, since some of our regular programs, particularly those aimed at our school population, have had to be suspended, and I refer to our music and drama festivals in schools and our national awards of excellence. Because of that, we invite all, those in education, the students, the teachers, as well as the general public at large, to continue your online sorties and discoveries and become more acquainted with our Nobel laureates through very informative documentaries, and I have tested them and found some of them with my limited knowledge of the technology. But there are many documentaries and tributes which you can get on YouTube and other social media platforms and on the internet, on the University of the West Indies UWI-TV Global channel, on our national television channel as well, NTN. There is a veritable trove of information about them out there in the virtual world. So I encourage our TV stations and media houses to offer their own programming to help us celebrate our Nobel laureates. In this regard, I welcome again this year the support given us by Choice TV, The Wave, The Voice, and NTN. Because Sir Arthur and Sir Derek belong not only to the festival committee, but to the whole country. We're all in it together. So join us, join in, and let's celebrate. The private sector has embraced our celebration of the festival. The St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce in days and years gone by, held their business awards during the Nobel Laureate Festival. Over the past 2 years, the Bank of St. Lucia has come in and joined us and is in fact the main sponsor for the Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture. This year, we have missed the First Citizens investment simply because their activity, the activity they sponsored was the school's drama festival, which we don't have this year. But I look forward to their returning to the fold when normal times return. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. After all, as Sir Derek says, we in the Caribbean, in this region, we love grandeur, we love large gestures, we love spectacle, and we love fact. So let us not disappoint him. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the virtual world, locally, in the diaspora, let's make a festival. Let's, say to the pandemic, take a rest, and let's celebrate our Nobel laureates. I thank you.
Over the past 20 plus years, Dim Paulette always has the honor of giving opening remarks. And when I listen to her, she never says the same thing twice. She always provides new insight and new knowledge for all of us. Thank you, Dame Paulette. We shall turn our attention now to the presentation of a check by Ms. Estelita Cumberbatch, who is the Corporate Secretary of the Bank of St. Lucia. We need money, we need the money. So, without further ado, I will call on Ms. Cumberbatch to give a few remarks prior to donating the check to the festival committee.
Good morning, everyone. Dame Paulette Louise, Chair of the Nobel Laureate Committee. I wish to adopt the protocols that have been established, and I bid everyone a very good morning. I am indeed honored to be here this morning representing the Bank of St. Lucia. Bank of St. Lucia has been a supporting partner of the Nobel Laureate Festival for many years, in fact, for well over a decade. This year, we are again pleased to support the festival activities in the amount of 5,000 EC dollars, particularly towards the Sir Arthur Memorial Lecture. We are humbled to be afforded this opportunity to once again partner on an initiative which honors the legacy of two of the most distinguished sons of the soil, our Nobel laureates, Sir William Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Alton Walcott. As an indigenous financial institution, our origins are deeply rooted in the soil of this island, and it is very important to us to continue supporting observances such as this one, even during a challenging period as is now. For us, the decision to partner with the Nobel Laureate Festival Committee is always an easy one, because the essence of the festival is the celebration of our people, of who we are, and most importantly, a recognition of the tremendous potential that lie within us. The achievements of our Nobel laureates are a clear testament to our potential, and showcasing their work as we are doing through this commendable initiative of the Nobel Laureate Festival Committee goes a long way in building the confidence of our nation, particularly the young population, so they too can aspire to the highest level of their respective fields of endeavor. May this observance continue to inspire and ignite the academic, creative, and artistic pursuits of our young people for years to come. We look forward to the activities this year and remain committed to supporting it in the years to come. I thank you. So let's do the presentation.
Well, may I say on behalf of the Nobel Laureate Committee, Nobel Laureate Festival Committee, because we're in St. Lucia and not in Sweden. Thank you so much for your support. Thank BOSL for its continued support. And we are really heartened and pleased to hear that that support will continue. So thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Bank of St. Lucia. Let the money pour in, pour in, pour in. Mrs. Kathy Birch McDermott, who is the acting librarian of the Hunter J. Foswa Library, Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, will now give us a rundown of the activities of the college. The college has been an integral part of the festival committee, and it is my pleasure to call on her to do so.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. Your Excellency, Dame Paulette Louise, National Archivist, Mrs. Margot Thomas, Bank of St. Lucia Representative, Ms. Estolita Cumberbatch, committee members, online viewers, good morning. The Sir Arthur Lewis Community College is pleased to once again collaborate with the National Nobel Laureate Committee under the chairmanship of Her Excellency, Dame Paulette Louise, in the celebration of St. Lucia's esteemed Nobel laureates. In keeping with this year's theme, our planned activities focus on encouraging us as a college to convert contemporary challenges and uncertainties into opportunities. The college's first activity is a virtual academic discourse which takes place on January 20th, 2021 from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Finance Administrative Center. Panelists will explore the prospects for the blue economy and discuss the ways in which academia, entrepreneurs, and state agencies can work together to maximize on the burgeoning opportunities. Registration details will be made available via the college's website. Our second activity is the Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture. The memorial lecture, which is named after the world-famous economist and Nobel laureate, is a signature academic event for many years on the college calendar. Each year, a regional or international scholar is invited to add to the plethora of knowledge and perspective associated with the rich legacy of Sir William Arthur Lewis. This year's lecture will be delivered on Thursday, 21st January 2021 from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Oops, excuse me. Professor Audrey Henry Lee is the director of the Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial, the director of the Sir Arthur Lewis Institute for Social and Economic Studies at the University of the West Indies, will deliver this year's memorial lecture. The title of her lecture is "We Cannot Breathe: Sir Arthur Lewis and Reparatory Justice for the Caribbean." On behalf of the Board of Governors, principal and staff of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, I would like to thank the Bank of St. Lucia for sponsoring the memorial lecture for this year and indeed many years in the past. On the 22nd January, 10 a.m., the college will pay tribute to the works, life, and times of both Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott. Family members in attendance will lay wreaths at the gravesites of both Nobel laureates. Dr. Keith Nurse, principal of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, is the keynote speaker at this year's wreath-laying ceremony. His presentation is entitled "The Legacies of Two Icons." A ribbon-cutting ceremony to unveil the official opening of the Derek Walcott Library follows the wreath-laying ceremony on the same day, January 22nd at 12 p.m. The formal opening of the library at this juncture follows a symbolic handing over of Sir Derek's personal literature collection around the same time last year by his surviving partner, Ms. Sigrid Nama, to the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. This collection provides a unique insight into Walcott's life, which I am sure many literature enthusiasts would appreciate and enjoy. The library will be open to faculty, students, scholars, researchers, and the general public. It will be managed by the Hunter J. Fasua Library. The college is extremely grateful to Ms. Nama for this wonderful donation. The final activity, Film Creatives, is a docudrama entitled Pandemic Diaries, produced by students from the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College Creative and Performing Arts Club. This film captures stories about how St. Lucians have coped, thrived, and coexisted in the COVID-19 context. Utilizing a mix of elements of docudrama and mockumentary, the production will offer a peek into the everyday aspects of life, from isolation and quarantine to shutdown and lockdown. It will first be aired on the birth date of our Nobel laureates on Saturday, 23rd January 2021. All of our activities will be streamed live and via the NTN network and the college's YouTube channel, as well as the Facebook page of the National Nobel Laureate Festival Committee. I thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. The college is doing quite a bit, and we wish you all the best as you prepare for your various activities. I shall now give a quick rundown into some of the activities that shall be held during the festival. I'll begin with the National Archives and its activity. This year, we again focus on music. We shall be hosting an exhibition on Wednesday, the 20th of January, 2021, when we shall launch out. And the theme is, with writers, arrangers, producers, music takes flight and singing begins. Quite a mouthful. The exhibition places a spotlight on the writers, arrangers, and producers who work or have worked behind the scenes to add to St. Lucia's repertoire of well-loved songs. And we have folk, we have traditional, we have calypso, gospel, ballad, soca, and so on. We are going to be looking at the individuals who write the lyrics, arrange the music, and produce the songs, because very often they go unrecognized and unknown by an unaware public. The writer-singer shares none of the anonymity of the producer or the arranger, who are critical to the success of the production of the song overall. Singers, many of whom perform songs with conviction, gusto, and power, they attain popularity as performers and they become associated with those songs, with the public generally being unaware of the genesis of those songs. This exhibition hopefully will throw some light on the lesser known figures who continue to contribute to our musical heritage. So at 10 a.m. on January 20th, 2021, the National Archives Authority of St. Lucia at VG will launch the exhibition. We shall have a very interesting program for you. A few people will be able to attend because of social distancing, but you'll be able to view it online. And if you make arrangements with us, people will be able to come via an appointment to view the exhibition between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. until the 31st of March, 2021. I'm really looking forward to our exhibition. We're going to be unveiling some new portraits there, and we'll have a very interesting do at the archives. Also on Wednesday the 20th, at the same time, coincidentally, there'll be another activity taking place, and this is the 3rd annual recognition ceremony of the Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition on national awardees. The Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition was founded in 1883, over a century ago, and is the world's oldest international schools writing competition, giving creative young writers from across the Commonwealth the opportunity to explore contemporary themes through the written word. The competition comprises 2 categories: the junior category, which is open to entrants aged 13 years and under, and the senior category for entrants aged 14 to 18. The ceremony will recognize 5 St. Lucian students for their performance in the competition. And do you know that this competition received approximately 12,000 entries from across the Commonwealth? Our students did remarkably. This will take place at 10 a.m. at the Finance Administrative Center at Point Seraphine, and Mrs. Mitchell and Samuel is the coordinator. There is another activity you should know about, and this time it takes place on Saturday, 23rd January 2021, and it is called Chate Creole. Chate Creole provides an opportunity for St. Lucian artists to play their part in upholding St. Lucia's cultural traditions, particularly the preservation of her indigenous Creole language. And this is done by holding a national Creole song competition. Many of us can remember Gordon Chacom Leo, and this idea stemmed from him. It began in 2012 as an avenue for Calypsonians to express themselves in the Creole language. It then transitioned into a song competition open to all genres of music performed in Creole, and has been a staple on the calendar of events to celebrate Creole Heritage Month in October. Due to COVID-19, however, the competition was suspended, but it is now scheduled to take place on Nobel Laureate Day during the 2021 Nobel Laureate Festival. It will take place at 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center, Barnard Hill, Castries, and tickets will cost $30. Book your ticket early because social distancing protocols will apply. And the contact person for this activity is Ms. Karen B. Tobier, who is the coordinator of the activity. So this is Chate Creole. We all look forward to it. We cannot let our Creole language die. At this time, I will hand you over to Ms. Delia Dolor, the Nobel Laureate coordinator, who will continue with the program to take care of those persons who are with us virtually. Ms. Dolor.
Thank you, Margot. I'd like to also thank our chair, Her Excellency Dame Paulette Louise, of course, our Bank of St. Lucia sponsor, Ms. Estelita Cumberbatch, our committee members, and everyone who is joining us here online. Of course, I want to thank Roger and the NTN team who, without them, this could not be possible. And we do need the media now more than ever to take part in these festivities by sharing whichever media that you are familiar with, please share. And also all the people who are with us online. Don't forget that this year, despite everything that's happening with the COVID-19 pandemic, this is the opportunity for us to tell everyone about the Nobel Laureate Festival worldwide, internationally. So you don't have to just share this with your family and friends. You can just share it with everyone on your page, in all the groups that you're in. Please help us to spread the word and to ensure that people know about our Nobel Laureate and, of course, our theme for our festival, which is always going to be celebrating excellence. I'd like to tell you about a couple of events now before handing you over to my other colleagues and committee members, Ms. Drenia Frederick and Ms. Jermaine Joseph. We are very lucky to have some of the media on board with us in a more active way. As I said earlier, we need them. And this year we are working with The Wave, radio station, so the Wave 93.7 and 94.5 FM, and they're going to be producing a program called Get Familiar with Our Nobel Laureates. Now, what a fun way to know about them. So it's not going to be just standard questions about what they received the Nobel Prize for, but many other things. And because a lot of people are at home now, we expect you to tune in and take part and learn more about our Nobel Laureates and also about the festival, of course. Now, this takes place between the 13th, which is Monday the 13th, to Friday the 31st of January, so it's a long time. So listen out to them. They'll tell you the dates and the times. And also, don't forget, we have our Facebook page, Nobel Laureate Festival St. Lucia. We'll be letting you know everything there. And also, they will have some daily programming that will contain information, infomercials, and some of the historic moments that our Nobel laureates have produced. And so listen out, because at the end of it all, with the quiz, you'll find all the answers there. So that's the Wave, 93.7 and 94.5 FM, and also they are going to be carrying some of the events, like the lectures, on their sister station event. So watch out for that. Then we also have a choice. Over the years, they have produced a program in collaboration with Digital Media Relations called Celebrating Excellence. But this year, we're going to have a little twist in it, in that we have 5 people who are going to be giving you little snippets about a certain aspect of either the event that's coming up within this festival or something else. These are well-known solutions who will have something very interesting to say, and that will take place just before the Choice News Now, between Monday the 18th and Friday the 22nd. So that's shortly before the news, just before 8 o'clock. So please make sure you tune in. It's only a few minutes long, but a few minutes is enough time to learn more. And I always say to people that when you have to tell someone something in a few minutes, it's actually harder than staying for half an hour and an hour to explain it. And these people will do it for you. So please join us then. I'd like to now hand over to Miss Drenna Frederick, who's going to tell us more about one of the lectures.
While we're waiting for Drania, perhaps we could listen to Ms. Jermaine Joseph, who will tell us about the Walcott House Museum virtual tour.
Can everyone see the document? Okay, Roger. Okay, so this year, as you know, CDF always tries to make the lecture interesting, and one of the things that we try to do is show the connection between the work of Walcott, the lecture, and the other genres of arts and how it is all linked together. And we do have to remember that Walcott was also a painter, a poet, a playwright, a director, and someone who loved music. So the title of the presentation, A Whole Country, I will get to the presenter a little later on. The date is Tuesday, the 19th of January, 2021. It's at the Finance Administrative Center, Point Seraphim and Castries, 7:30 p.m. sharp, possibly a duration of 2 hours. And we also would like to share, I think, essentially the greater objective of the lecture is to facilitate accessibility from a wider audience in communities around the island. And since now that the format, I guess COVID has forced us to be creative, I think that we will be reaching a wider reach of persons. And also to highlight the contribution of Walcott to Caribbean literature. And of course, as I said, COVID has forced us to merge technology with our standard presentation format that will be a little different. We go to look at the presenter. This year's presenter of the Derek Walker Lecture is Mr. Adrian Auger. Mr. Auger is a sitting senator in the upper chamber of the House of Assembly. He has a background in economics. Of course, he was born in St. Lucia. He's an award-winning poet and producer. He has appeared in numerous anthologies, and he has written and produced several major theatrical works of art. In 2009, he was awarded the NDATT Caribbean Cacique Award for his contribution and development to Caribbean theater. And he's also had many publications, one of which is Naval String, which is his most recent, which explores the themes of loss of equity, identity, relevance against a landscape that is subject to change, and whilst capturing what is believed to be the texture of St. Lucian life, politics, history throughout several generations, with a voice that is sort of passionate and poetic. Auger has produced many productions. We tried to list a few, as you can see on screen. We do hope that this will be exciting, revolutionary, and in terms of his treatment of Walcott's work and an interpretation of this theme that he has, the title of Whole Country. The broadcast, again, along with viewing it on the Facebook page of the committee, the Nobel Laureate Festival St. Lucia. It will also be on CDS Facebook and YouTube channel, and of course some of our partners, Events Company of St. Lucia. So it really addresses this wider reach, and we are grateful that maybe it has changed the trajectory, and we will be able to reach more persons, even persons in the diaspora. So basically, in a nutshell, and as you know, we try to incorporate, as I said, music and other genres of art. So apart from the lecturer, apart from that, we will also be showing snippets of at least 3 poets from our virtual program, Voices of the Underground Poetry Live, which premiered last year. And so we will be showing clips of these poets and highlighting that to show that that there is development, and then this, in a sense, that there is a cadre of St. Lucian work that is out there, new persons, fresh faces, and to merge these two worlds together. So once again, thank you very much. I hope everyone will be logged in, tuned in, and if I can quote from Derek Walker, I read, I travel, I become. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Drenio. Now, if we can have Jermaine do her presentation.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I'd like to establish, to adopt the protocol already established. My name is Jermaine Joseph. I'm a program officer with the St. Lucia National Trust. And in celebration of the Nobel Laureate Festival and in collaboration with the Nobel Laureate Festival Committee, we will be hosting a virtual tour of the Walker House Museum, which will be launched between the 13th and the 31st of January, 2021. This tour will be a 2-part series. The first series will be, will give a first-hand look at the history of the Walker family home in Castries. It's architecture, it's one-of-a-kind architectural details, and also the impact of this building on the Walker's family life and the cultural heritage of St. Lucia. In the second part of the series, we will also explore the painting techniques and the ethos behind Sir Derek Walcott's watercolors, because we've been stressing a lot on Sir Derek's writings and his poetry, and he was also a painter, and there's a lot of revolutionary information and ideas behind his watercolors, and we'd like to explore that further in the second part of the virtual tour. So the virtual tour will be shared on all of our social media handles on YouTube and also on all of the social media handles of the Nobel Laureate Committee. And for more information, please call us on 4525005 or follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. And yeah, we're really looking forward to producing this tour and having it go viral. You know, we've all had to adjust to this virtual reality, and I'm, really looking forward to the rest of, well, this is, my favorite time of the year, and I'm really looking forward to everything that's on this program at the moment. So thank you very much to the Nobel Laureate Committee for its continued support and keeping this festival alive. And now I hand over to Mrs. Dolo. Thank you.
Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you, Drenia. And I also want to thank everyone who I can see on our Facebook page. I can see lots of the media there. So thank you, representatives from the Mirror, of course, DBS, and I should have said, of course, here, GIS. You have already began spreading the news, so thank you very much. And all the other media who are there, and all the interesting people who I see the names coming up from all over the world. Thank you so much. Don't forget to share it. So moving on with some of the other events that we have. On Saturday, the 30th of January, we have the Go Well Rehabilitation Center. Now, this is a comedy drama production. It's presented by DramaCam, and it explores the world of a national rehabilitation, a fictional rehabilitation center for people who need to get over a heartbreak through counseling and support from medical doctors. Now, doesn't that sound interesting? The Go Powell really is the manifestation of many other personal issues we may have already unresolved, and the story is an exploration of childhood, self-love, and self-discovery. So that in itself is very exciting, and I think in the times now that we have with COVID, we see this a lot, where there's a lot of relationships and emotional conflicts. So to help our mental well-being, I suggest that you tune in to that. Now that takes place at 7:30 at the National Cultural Center. And of course, all the usual and normal protocols will be, in terms of COVID, will be in place. On Thursday, the contact number for that person for that is Ms. Danielle Dubois. And of course, we have programs as well. So if anyone's listening, whether you're media, whether you're someone from the public, whether you just stumbled across this video, you can send a request for a program. And you can also join our Nobel Laureate Festival St. Lucia page. The email for the program is info@ddmediarelations.com. The next event is on Thursday, the 11th of February. It's the last event for this year's festival. It's going to be the 5th annual UE Open Campus Patricia Ismond Literary Workshop. We know we have this many years. And the UE Open Campus St. Lucia will host the 5th annual Patricia Ismond Literary Workshop. It's called Unmasking Poetry. And the event will focus on Form 5 students of English literature and serve as a resource to aid in their understanding of poetry. The event will see 3 St. Lucian poets present original pieces, as well as works by the late Sir Eric Walcott. The general public will also have the opportunity to view the event live via the UE Open Campus St. Lucia social media pages on YouTube and Facebook. The workshop is dedicated to the memory of St. Lucian literary icon and long-serving UE lecturer, Dr. Patricia Ismond, in whose name the scholarship for St. Lucian students attending UE has been established. So please ensure that you're there for that. That's Thursday, the 11th of February. Takes place at 5 to 7 p.m. You can check it out on YouTube and on Facebook. And the contact for that is Mrs. Joseph Bryan. And again, if you don't remember all the names, you know the organizations who are putting them on, you can contact the organizations, or you can contact us via our Facebook page. St. Lucia, Nobel Laureate Festival, St. Lucia. So once again, I want to thank you all for taking part in this virtual and in-studio presentation. I want to thank again the Bank of St. Lucia for their continued support. And I'd like to also thank the media and remind you that, yes, we really do need you more this time, and you've always, always delivered for us, and so we're counting on you more. And of course, the people online now. As soon as we're finished here, please share it, share, share, share. And with all that said, thank you everyone, and I'd like to hand you back to the NTN studios.
Thank you, Delia. Every year, I look forward to the Nobel Laureate Festival because it is always a learning experience for me. And even at this opening ceremony, I'm quoting Dame Paulette, paraphrasing, as we face challenges on our journey and we circumvent the uncertainty, let us seize the opportunity. I'm inviting all of you to seize the opportunity with us and to journey with us as we celebrate this 2021 festival. Oh, the stories we shall tell our grandchildren in the future, where we had our first in-studio and virtual launch. Thank you to Bank of St. Lucia and Ms. Estelita Cumberbatch for the donation to our lecture hosted by Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. Thank you, Dame Paulette. It's always a pleasure. Thank you to our virtual participants and audience. Thank you, Ms. McDermott. And I would like in a special way to thank NTN for facilitating this activity today. We look forward to further collaboration. The media houses like Choice and The Wave, who have decided to partner with us, and the other media houses, make sure you cover our events. Thank you very much. I am Margot Thomas, and I'll just take out my mask so you could see me. Thank you. Have a very good rest of the day.